Rachel E.D. is the brand president, founder, and owner of the Sherop London Clinics and Product Ranges. A certified trichologist and hairstylist with 15 years experience, Rachel's passion for healthy hair and scalps was ignited when she experienced a telogen effluvium, which is hair loss due to stress. Sherop London Clinics and Product Ranges understands that hair loss and scalp issues can be distressing and requires confidentiality, which is why they are proud to announce their new trichology clinic catering to hair loss, hair restoration, and scalp disorders. At the Hair Restoration Clinic, they offer consultations with the trichologist and offer advanced treatments administered by a certified nursing practitioner. That is PRP, biotin shots, IVs, etc. Sherop London prides itself in offering a 360-degree approach to hair care, as they believe one's hair is a mirror of their internal health. Caring for yourself internally promotes sustainable hair growth, where healthcare and hair wellness meets. They also have a stunning boutique salon that is a showroom nestled in Southeast London with qualified tricho specialists who offer advice on how to maintain hair, offering invigorating growth treatments as well as general hairdressing services. Let's indulge the experts as we explore the ins and outs of her business on our Women in Business segment today. Stay tuned.
I know that's in the profile video. All that you heard about was, I know that somebody might be wondering, okay, so does she have a branch here in Ghana? Oh, well, we're definitely going to ask her. My guest is Rachel E.D. and like I said, she's ready to answer all your questions in relation to her. Now, with me especially, I have so many questions for her. I told her off air that I have so many questions for you, because here's the thing. Well, before that, welcome, Rachel.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well, thank you.
How was your weekend?
It's been hectic.
Hectic?
Yes. Why? We had the HIBS Africa event last week, and so since that I've been taking appointments. So I've been busy with clients.
Right.
Yes.
But you're here today. Thank you so much for being here. Now, before we get into what exactly you do, tell us about you, Rachel.
So I am a trichologist with 16 years of hairdressing experience. I got into trichology by default, actually. So during the pandemic, I got really sick. I got COVID, and it had a crazy effect on my hair. So I lost my hair from ear to ear. So literally the front of my hair. And I began to do lots of research as to why this had happened. And upon researching, I stumbled upon a trichology course. And so I took the course. It was about 2 years plus clinical study. And yes, the rest is history. I've been a trichologist for the past 3 years now. I still have a salon as well, so we offer normal hair, hairdressing services, as well as trichology. For the most part, I have really been in the hair industry for a very, very long time, but trichology, I believe, is definitely my calling.
Okay, so when you say trichology, you've mentioned hairdressing and you've mentioned trichology.
Yeah.
So that you've done hairdressing for 16 years.
Yes.
But trichology started for you in 2020.
Correct.
So tell us the difference.
So the difference with a hairdresser, you do the styling of hair.
Okay.
You do washing, you do blow drying. But with trichology, we focus on the science of hair and scalp. So we're hair doctors, if you want to call it that. We're not actually, medically trained, but we're clinically trained. So we look at things like seborrheic dermatitis, telogen effluvium, all the different types of alopecia that, one will go through. And that basically is our focus. Yeah.
So in 2020, when you started losing your hair from ear to ear, you decided to take this course. What exactly do you have to do for yourself?
So in terms of myself?
Yes, on yourself after you chanced on.
So for me, at the time, That's actually how we birthed the Trico Restore products range.
Okay.
So I was trying lots of different things. And then I came in contact with a formulations company. And so they were sending me different samples of hair, hair solutions. And just, might I add, I choose to wear my hair short because it suits me. My hair did grow back and grew back very long. Because one would say, I mean, you're a trichologist, why is your hair short?
Short, yeah.
I do tend to get that question quite a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, upon researching, I came across this formulations company. They were sending me different formulations, and I was trying that for myself. And then I found that it worked. And I was like, yep, this is bingo right here. This is money. Let's pursue creating Trico Restore.
So how exactly did it start for you?
So in terms of the formulations, it's a lot of money.
Okay.
But during the pandemic, a lot of people, I would say me per se, I had the time to save quite a bit because we weren't going out as much as, I think the expenditure of with everyone kind of just went down because we were all at home. And so, so I invested quite a bit into producing this, the Trico Restore range. So yeah.
What are some of the things that contributes to one losing hair?
So it's either hereditary. I'd also say stress related. Health related as well. So if you are deficient in some areas, especially iron, vitamin D, if you are, you're diabetic, you're suffering from PCOS, polycystic ovaries, these are all things that can contribute to hair loss.
Okay, let me use myself as an example. When I was very young, I had very thick, long hair. And I don't know, I think at some points my mother had to use relaxing cream on my hair. I was very, very young because probably, the combing and then all that. I don't know if I was quite stubborn when it comes to, when it came to, braiding my hair or something. But then she had to touch my hair with relaxing cream. Yeah. And then before I realized, I started losing the front part of my hair, and it started getting difficult for it to grow.
Oh, wow.
It became very difficult. At some point it would grow, and at some point it wouldn't grow at all.
So that sounds like you may have had a chemical burn, which is very common. Another thing, what I've come to realize is that a lot of people don't understand hair. They don't know how it works.
Okay.
So something like a relaxer, it contains formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a chemical that takes out of the hair shaft. So it takes the moisture out of the hair shaft. So you as an individual, you have to keep putting that moisture back in, that moisture and the hydration back in. And how do you do that, one would ask? You'd have to do regular steam treatments. So most people go to the salon, they relax their hair, and then they're out. You should actually put the moisture and the hydration back into the hair because the chemical you've used has taken that hydration and moisture out. And so regular steam treatments every 2 weeks, and especially the day every 2 weeks without fail. And so I guess that's probably what you weren't doing.
Because I actually grew with it. It became burdensome on me because there were certain haircuts that I couldn't do because, in Ghana, you have to cut your hair because of school and then all that. So there were certain haircuts that I couldn't do. At some points, I had to do Santo.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, there were certain haircuts. But then at some point, I chanced on a hairstylist who told me it was alopecia. And so he recommended certain products that I had to use, and they had to do this for a little while. I started, but I just couldn't continue.
And that's the thing with hair loss. It's a journey. And so our slogan is restoration resides here. When you've gotten to your wit's end and you don't know what to do, we're here to help you on this journey because it can be, number one, expensive. Number two, just long-winded. The body does what the body wants to do. You can't force your hair to grow. The hair is grown in different stages. So I always say the hair is like, it has seasons. So you have a season where your hair is just resting. Even if you push it to grow, it won't grow. Again, the correlation between health and hair is huge. You know, so making sure you're taking your vitamins. Again, that's why our Trico Restore range has we have our gummies. We have some vitamins that include the vitamin D, the iron, everything that you need in order to maintain your hair growth.
Okay, so you've mentioned alopecia. I have mentioned alopecia, but somebody wants to know what alopecia is.
Yeah, so alopecia simply means hair loss. But we have over 20 different types of alopecia. We've got alopecia totalis, where you lose everything. You don't have eyelashes, you lose your eyebrows, you lose your hair. That is usually linked to an autoimmune issue. So somebody who has lupus, somebody who may have had chemotherapy, they have that chance of losing everything. Again, telogen effluvium, that's something that I experienced. That's due to stress. So right now, I mean, in this dispensation, I feel like everybody's stressed. Everyone is going through some sort of mental health, you know. And I've seen a lot of younger people come into my clinic with hair loss, and that's because of anxiety, you know, social media. Everybody's trying to be something that they're not. I feel like it's really weighing on the emotions of many people, and it's causing them to lose their hair as well. So
okay, is there anything like at some stage or age in your life your hair can't grow back, or it can't grow any longer?
I mean, if you're really, really old, but there are really old people who still have hair.
Yeah.
You know, my 80-year-old granddad still has hair, you know. But again, there are some different types of issues that will cause your hair follicles to get inflamed. And once the hair follicle is inflamed, it no longer grows back. So you get something called scarring alopecia. Once the surface is scarred, there are chances that it won't grow back. But to God be the glory. I was
going to ask you, because you just have to have a solution.
Yeah, so to God be the glory. God has given me growing hands. And I've had patients who have scarring alopecia. I think you even showed it on the clip.
Okay.
She had scarring alopecia. She had been to some of the top, you know, not surgeons per se, but she had been to different places, and they had told her, this is it, your hair can never grow back, you know, you can't even get a transplant, we're sorry. And so
there's hope for bald men.
Sorry?
There's hope for bald men.
Yeah, there is hope. But like I said, it's expensive and it's long-winded. If you have the money and you have the time, your hair can definitely grow back.
What causes baldness?
So there's male pattern balding, which is, you know, inevitable. Every man will go through it. But like I said, alopecia is when the follicles become inflamed and can no longer grow. Yeah. So.
Okay. So we are aware KOD came to you. KOD?
Yes.
Where exactly did he come to you?
That was at Hibs, Hibs Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came to our stand. That was a nice surprise. It was the last day of the event. And yeah, we spoke about, you know, his hair or his lack of hair.
And so you can help him. You can?
Well, I mean, yeah, if I'm based here in Ghana or if you come to London, I can definitely help. Yeah.
So now, let's take baldness, for instance. What are some of the processes? What exactly do you do?
So we have something called red light therapy. Again, I think you probably showed it on the video. So what red light therapy does, it pushes the hair back into anagen phase. What is anagen phase? As I explained earlier, anagen phase is the phase in which the hair is growing, right? If you push the hair into telogen phase, that means that the hair is resting. It's not going to move. It's not going to budge. But with red light therapy, something about it forces the hair follicles back into anagen phase. So that's one of the many things that we have. Again, like I said, in taking care of yourself internally, it surpasses everything else, you know, because the hair is a living thing. It's connected to your bloodstream. So you need to feed your bloodstream with the right nutrients. So once you start doing that, you'll see that, you know, things will start to change as well. And again, we have amazing products. Yeah. We have the shampoo, the conditioner, our night serum, our day serum, a derma roller as well, which I think has become quite popular now. Okay. Derma rollers you can use on your skin as well as your scalp. And that promotes growth.
What do you use it exactly for?
So you apply the serum and then you use the derma roller over the serum, and it injures the first layer of your skin. So it gives the product deeper absorption of the serum itself. Yeah.
Now, looking at the type of hair that our natural hair, as Africans, our natural hair is, we have quite a number of hairstylists who go like, oh, you don't need to perm your hair too often. But here's a situation where we have it, it's difficult for us to keep, some of us, to keep our natural hair because of how tough they are sometimes. And so how often should you relax your hair?
And so, point of correction, I always say you should always speak life into your hair. We don't have tough hair.
Okay.
We have coarse hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our hair is not tough. We've been conditioned to believe that our hair is tough.
Yeah.
It's unruly and it's this and it's that. Our hair is beautiful and it's one of a kind. There's no type of hair like black hair.
Yeah.
So let's just put that out there. But yeah, so to be honest, you shouldn't really be relaxing your hair because of the formaldehyde. It can lead to cancer. It can lead to so many different things. So I would say avoid relaxing your hair at all costs. In our clinic in London, we offer something called a curl release, a texture release, and it's all natural, but it straightens your natural hair for up to 3 months. All natural. So it's not chemical based. It's not like relaxer. So there are other options to find, to cause your hair to be a bit more manageable. Yeah.
But someone would say, it looks like you've relaxed your hair.
No, it's a texture release.
Nice. It's done a great job then.
Thank you.
Oh, well, because it passes for
it looks like
relax. Yeah, it does.
It's straight. Yeah.
So it doesn't burn your scalp like the
scalp. And I always say anything that you have to put on your hair and wash off within minutes is not supposed to be on your head. It shouldn't be there. It's why is it burning you? Why must you wash it? Why are you in pain? So yeah, the texture release is a lot more safer. You can use it on kids from the age of 4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a better option. And again, we will have those products in Ghana very soon.
Very soon.
Well. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait. Now, I believe that you visited quite a number of hair salons.
Yeah.
What do you think they are doing wrong to our hair?
Do you know, I believe it is lack of education, especially even just here in Ghana. I've been to a few salons since I got here, and I see stylists blow drying hair from the root, and
right from the
root with the blow dryer, and you're dragging it. And I mean, there was one instance, I saw a young girl and she was crying, and I wanted to say something, but I didn't want the lady to be like, hey, who sent you? Right. But it's so important to detangle the hair before you start blow drying, and I can't stress this enough. The hair is a living thing, the scalp is a living thing. Just as you take care of your skin, you use serums, you use vitamin C and this cream and that cream. That's how you should treat your scalp. Your scalp needs tender loving care. After all, it's an extension of your face. This is your scalp and this is your face. So you need to hydrate your scalp. And when I say hydrate, regular steam treatments. I can't stress it. Every 2 weeks. Even if you can do it once a week, that would be great. So what you're doing is you're feeding the scalp with the water it needs. And you guys are blessed here in Ghana. You have soft water. In the UK, the water is hard, it's full of toxins. It's just really bad for the skin. But like I said, you have, the natural vitamin D, you have the sun, you have good water. There's no reason as to why you shouldn't have healthy hair. But like I said, it's lack of education. And hopefully I can somehow educate.
Are there any more you've observed?
Not really per se, but yeah, this is a good opportunity for me to tell you about something that we're working on. It's called the Trico Specialist course. So it's for salon professionals.
Okay.
You might just want to know about Trico Specialist as well, or trichology. So it's not a trichology course, but it gives you the fundamentals of a trichology course. So we teach you about the scalp and how to do, scalp detoxes with our products, a whole range of things. But yeah, it will be available on our website very soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so at some point in what the videos that I saw, that there was an injection.
Yes.
What's that?
So that's mesotherapy. So what
mesotherapy?
We do,
Okay.
So again, it's something you can do on your face. A lot of women do mesotherapy on the skin as well. But what we're doing, we're injecting the scalp with the nutrients that the scalp is lacking. So that's the vitamin D, the iron, amino acids. So all the good stuff that your scalp needs in order for your hair to grow. That's what meso is essentially about.
Okay, viewers, people keep on calling the WhatsApp line. Please don't call the WhatsApp line. The WhatsApp line is for WhatsApp messages only. If you have any questions for Rachel Idise, she's here for you. If you have any questions in relation to the hair, we are talking about healthy hair. That's the discussion for today. She's telling us about her business as well, the products that are best for your hair, what exactly you can do to grow very beautiful, healthy hair. And to get interactive with us on our social media platforms, you can go on Facebook and type Joy Prime without a TV. Our WhatsApp line, like I said, is very active. Don't call the WhatsApp line, please. It's 055 157 5757 055 157 5757. Now, Rachel, some doctors make it seem like if you eat healthy only, that is, you know, just eat healthy and then you're good to go, you know, your nails will grow, your hair will grow beautifully, and then all that. Tell us about that.
I mean, well, they're not wrong in saying that a healthy life is is paramount. You should eat healthily, and again, this will contribute to good hair growth as well. So yeah, there's nothing wrong in saying so. Okay,
so there's a situation where you go on social media or you go on YouTube, all these platforms that have people coaching videos of people telling you, oh, you mix this and this and that, it will help grow your hair. This is perfect for natural hair, type 4C, type this and that. I mean, there are too many of them on social media that when you go on there, it feels exhausting. It's exhausting,
yeah. And I call that YouTube University. There's a lot of hairstylists and estheticians who have literally just learned from YouTube and are now offering services, which is wrong, you know. Like I said, hair is a living thing. So no matter what you put on it topically, if you're not feeding yourself internally, it's not going to grow, you know. And what may work for Exhibit A may not work for you, you know. What may work for, you know, one girl may not work for you. They may have the same texture, but I'll give you an example. I tend to get Americans who come to the clinic in London, and I can usually gauge where a person is from just by looking at their hair texture.
Okay.
And so when it's a Ghanaian, I know. When it's a Nigerian, I know. But with Americans...
Oh, Nigerian hair is different from Ghanaian hair?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How?
So we're all 4C, but with us, we have a slight shine to our texture, whereas the Nigerian texture is a bit more coarse. So it has a dull texture on the top. And so I get Americans, and the first thing I'd ask is like, okay, so where are you from? Originally, and they say, I'm American. I'm like, but where? Like, where in America? I'm African American. I'm like, where? Like, what part of Africa? And they can't tell me. But when I look at their hair and then, you know, the stylist straightens their hair, we realize that it's a lot more, there's a lot more movement, which indicates that they may have white genes or German genes. You know, there are people who have white genes, so it makes their hair a lot more straighter than others. Okay,
so typical African hair, when you straighten it, it doesn't really move.
It does have movement, but not like somebody who is mixed race, you know. And so sometimes we get girls come in and they want their hair to look like the American girls, and I'm like, you don't have white. It's not possible, you know. But yeah, genetics makes it gives a different, you know, outline altogether.
At what point should you be, you know, using heat on your hair? How often should that be done?
Again, it shouldn't be too often. I always say if you have scalp issues or you have hair loss, make sure the scalp is dry, but leave your hair to air dry. So again, yeah, so make sure the scalp is dry. But I find that a lot of people just tend to just leave their hair to air dry. Yeah. And I always give them the example of, if you were to shower and not dry your body, you'll get, you know, it's a bacteria, you know, ground. You need to make sure you're cleaning your skin, making sure your skin is dry before you apply any lotions or oil. It's the same concept with your scalp. If not, you'll get bacteria. And that's why a lot of people tend to get dandruff and, you know, all kinds of things.
Now let's come to dyeing of hair. There are some hairstylists who go like, okay, this particular product of dyes is not good. When you use these, this is better. It's better, it stays longer, it doesn't really affect the hair, you don't lose, you don't break out like the regular dyes that you use. Is it true? Is there anything
I mean,
like
anything with hydrogen peroxide, again, it takes out of the hair. It's a chemical. So like I say, if it goes on your hair and it's strong and, you know, it could probably blind you, it shouldn't be on your hair, you know. So I'd say probably use something that is a bit more natural. So the herbal ones, you know, you can get the powder dyes, or just the liquid dyes. I'd say that's a lot.
But it's not advisable to let it touch your scalp?
No, you shouldn't let it touch your scalp. And also, if you're experiencing hair loss, you shouldn't really be dyeing your hair as well.
Then I've been doing a lot of damage to my hair. Anyways, okay, viewers. Okay, so there are some messages coming in here. All right, so let me read them. Good morning. I'm Jacqueline from Dome. How do my 2-year-old boy have healthy hair and grow faster? Okay, so she wants to know how her 2-year-old can grow healthy and faster hair.
So again, regular washes. She can do a hair mask as well because he's so young. Yeah, hair mask would be good. Of course, he's a bit too young to start. Actually, they have vitamins for toddlers. So yeah, she should just make sure he's taking his vitamins and wash his hair regularly. And sleeping on a silk pillow as well helps. So not cotton causes friction. So with a silk pillow, you know, it just helps with a type of hair. And
that is the reason that people who are into the hair bonnets business is really booming for them, because now it's become a thing. It's becoming okay. So next message. Hi, I've lost a fraction of my hair since February and I've started using a product to regrow it, but it's just slow. What could be the cause?
So again, depending on what sort of hair loss she has, she may need something other than just a treatment. So other than just products, she may need an actual treatment. So like red light therapy, mesotherapy, something to aid the growth. Yeah.
Okay, so with what you do, is it different from hair transplants?
Yes. What's so a hair transplant is where they take some hair from the back and they insert it in the front. However, most of the people who go for hair transplants tend to come to us to maintain the hair transplant. So it's a long process, not one that I personally would advise people to go for, because, you know, there's lots of cheap offers in Turkey, and I feel like a lot of people are jumping on it, but like I said, hair is a living thing. If you're not looking after yourself internally, again, it's just going to fall out again. So yeah.
At what point should one opt for trichology?
Whenever you see there's an issue, whenever you see that your hair is balding, if you're getting excessive shedding, postpartum shedding, which is huge, you know, a lot of women lose a lot of hair after giving birth. Yeah. Hence the reason why you see people like the Kardashians eating their placenta. We actually offer, actually offer something like that. So we get our clients to keep the placenta, and then we then turn it into a pill form. So they then take it after giving birth. So they actually retain all the nutrients and take that back, into their bodies.
Nice. Okay, yes. Let's take some more messages. Good morning, please. I want to ask about dandruff.
Again, dandruff there are different types. So there's seborrheic dermatitis, which again is yeast on the scalp. So if you eat a lot of bread, you drink a lot of sugary drinks. Okay. You know, if your diet is poor in general, you can get something called seborrheic dermatitis. So the flakes are slightly bigger than the average dandruff flake. So they can literally peel it off their scalps, which is very common. I tend to get a lot of clients with seborrheic dermatitis. It's also stress related. Some people get flare-ups. There's also psoriasis, which is, it looks like a ringworm, but it isn't a ringworm.
Okay.
So you get like a rash on the scalp as well. Very common. With the dandruff, it's yeast as well. She probably needs to detoxify her scalp. So again, we have something called the scalp cleanser, which you apply to the scalp before you wash it. You sit under a steamer, so it lifts off the dead scalp from the skin, from the scalp, and then you proceed to washing it. Yeah, so.
I know quite a number of people whom, when they sweat, on, like, you know, underneath, in the skull, they're so itchy over there. They're so itchy, they just scratch, and then before you realize they're rushes, you know. Yeah, so that's... I don't know exactly what causes that.
So again, it sounds a bit like folliculitis. Folliculitis, yeah. So you tend to see men with razor bumps. It's what they call razor bumps, but actually it's folliculitis, and it's contagious. So if you're a man and you go to the barbers often, if you ever see that on, you know, any other man inside the place, just run because you can get it as well. Or what I tend to advise is that you buy your own clipper and take it to the barber, because it's highly contagious, and it's a headache to get rid of it.
So with that, it usually starts with just rashes, right?
Yeah, so it's when the follicle itself again gets inflamed, but it has pus inside it, so it becomes sore. So yeah, and that's something we don't cure actually. A trichologist, we don't treat that because you have to take antibiotics to get rid of it.
So it's curable.
It's curable, yeah.
You can go away completely.
And it's easy to avoid, you know, if you're observant, you know. Again, you can get it from pillowcases, just by rubbing your head next to someone, you know, who has it. So you have to be careful. All
right. Oh, there are so many messages coming in. Let's take some more messages. Hi there. I'm Ya from Tama. Just as you said about your hair, I'm still facing hair loss. Right when I turned 13, as a result of my mom relaxing my natural hair, when my nursery teachers used to complain of my hair. I believe that's the same thing my mother did. What do I do to make it grow like it was before?
Again, I can't stress this enough. Regular steam treatments, hair masks. If you can purchase our products, we have a biotin and caffeine serum. You can use that along with the derma roller, or you can get our full kit, which is the Trico Restore Heal and Grow kit. It comprises of a shampoo, conditioner, serum, and the gummies. Everything you need for your hair to grow.
Okay, next one. Good morning. Please ask your guest whether there is a way to get rid of some hair in one's body, like bare or chest hair.
That would just be waxing, no?
Yeah, just wax.
Just wax.
Just wax. That's it. Good morning. I'm Elijah Donko from Odoko. It's been good listening to you this morning. Is there any recommended supplement to support hair growth?
Of course.
Yes.
The Trico Restore biotin gummies, they taste amazing. We were giving them out for free at the Hibbs Africa event, and yeah, everybody loved them. You just need one a day. And another thing that I advise is that you do regular full blood count checkups. Yeah, so go and get yourself checked out at least every 6 months, just to find out where your iron levels are. Your thyroid levels. Again, thyroid can cause hair loss. So it's very important to just, you know.
Somebody is asking about premature gray hairs. Is that,
so that's
I'm Kajo from Ho. I have premature gray hairs. What should I do to reverse it?
So yeah, that's actually a lack of zinc. So
lack of zinc.
Yeah, if he takes zinc, it will help. Yeah.
So children who already have gray hairs,
yeah,
they lack zinc.
But sometimes it's hereditary. So that you can't change. But, I mean, if you're an adult, you can,
Okay. Good morning. I'm Kamarad from Banda. How can I get your products for hair loss? She's definitely going to put that out for you. Hello, I'm Christy. Please, can you help me with the natural remedies to steam my natural stubborn hair that has refused to grow? Good morning, please. Christiana inside Kumasi, please. I want to ask, my mom has been facing hair loss for about 20 years now. Please, what can she do to get her hair back? Okay, thank you so much for your messages. Keep them coming in. We'll do our very best to read them. But let's go into your products. What do you have? What do they do exactly?
So
I have some display here.
Ooh, there we go. So this is the biotin gummies. So like I said, I believe that healthy hair growth is from inside out. So you need to take care of what's inside. And you can do that by taking one gummy a day. So it has the biotin, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D. It even has folic acid in it as well. If you go and get your blood tested and you find out that you are deficient in, let's say, folic acid, imagine it's really, really low. Sorry, iron. If it's really, really low, you can still take this and take an additional tablet as well. We then have the shampoo, the biotin shampoo. Oh, this is the conditioner.
Okay.
So the shampoo comes before the conditioner. You apply this to the scalp. Because what I find is a lot of people don't know how to wash their hair very well. So they just wet their hair and put lots of shampoo and then just rub it. We have this brush as well. So you can apply the shampoo to the scalp and use this to massage your scalp. Again, using this along with the serum can promote hair growth. So when you massage your hair at least 1 minute every day, it stimulates the blood flow, and that can actually help with hair growth. Again, we have our scalp cleanser, which we tend to give to our clients with dandruff, seborrheic dermatitis. If you have buildup on your scalp, this is really good. You can apply this to the scalp first.
Sorry.
And then we have the serums here.
Okay.
So the day serum goes along with the derma roller, but it's not here. That's fine. So you can use the derma.
I believe people know what the derma roller is. It's something used for the face.
So it has tiny little needles.
Needles on there.
You can use that for your beards as well. So for the guys whose beards are not connecting, it's looking for Wi-Fi. To join the beard gang. If your beard isn't connecting, you can use this serum along with the derma roller. And then we have the advanced serum. So something that's very common in the UK for hair loss is something called minoxidil, which I'm not a fan of because it causes you can use it for a period of time, but the minute you stop using it, you lose. You lose the hair growth. Okay. It's good for Europeans, but not so much for Black people. And so we have something similar, but not as harsh. And this advanced serum contains something called sal palmetto, which is a DHT blocker. So yeah, that's essentially it.
Now, speaking of people not washing their hair properly, we'll come to the price. You're okay mentioning the prices?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we'll come to the price, but then before that, so I've chanced for quite a number of hairstylists who, when they apply the shampoo, they literally scratch the scalp.
That's where they're going wrong.
And when they apply the conditioner, that's when they massage the scalp.
So again, if you went to hair school, and this is why I said there's a lot of lack of education, but if you went to hair school, they will tell you that you should never scratch somebody's scalp with your nails. You should always use the tips of your, or the balls of your fingers. Okay. Because again, you don't know what's in that person's nails. They might scratch you, and there might be a transfer of some sort of bacteria, and then, you know, so it's not rocket science, but I just think people need to use their common sense. Yeah, and like my grandfather says, common sense is not common. But yeah, so this will help. So if you're a stylist, this is applied to the stylists out there. I mean, if you have clients who have hair loss, you can get this full package and just use it for clients, for your clients who are dealing with hair loss. I find that a lot of people get clients with hair loss and they just use any shampoo or any conditioner. You know, if you have dry skin, you're not going to use something that is...
So you need to put that into consideration.
Exactly.
The type of skin your client has.
Yeah.
This is a question that hairstylists want to ask you.
Yeah, so it's a lot. But I mean, if you sign up to the Trichol Specialist course, we will go through all of this with you. And not only that, the money aspect, you know, to God be the glory. When I started to just focus on trichology, you know, the company hit over $250,000 in like in like a year. So
wow,
you know, Cherub London is a 6-figure business right now. You know, so there is a chance for you as a stylist to do the same thing. You know, it's so important to like niche down at some point. Find what your niche is. You can still be a hairstylist, but just if you know you get loads of clients with hair loss, just call yourself a hair loss. And I believe it would be so cool that you're not just a hairstylist, you're also a trichologist. Exactly. I mean, or just, you know, up you up. It's been a long time coming, and, you know, yeah, you have to, sometimes you have to go through things to find out, you know, where God is really pushing you. Right. Yeah. So, Rachel, let's go through the pricing quickly. So this, and this is £150, which works out to be, I believe, 2,200 Ghana cedis, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And then these items are separate. Okay. Yeah. So this is $38.99, so it's about 540 Ghana cedis. And then I believe this is about 740 Ghana cedis. And then this is about £20. So I don't know how much that is so this, I believe, is the cheapest? Yes, the cheapest. The cheapest. Oh, and the derma roller, of course. The derma roller, okay. Okay, so it's the modest in price, all right. Rachel, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your story and your products. Amazing to see you. Thank you. I have to get me some of these products and start using them because I really need them. But before you go, please put your number out there and social media handles. My social media handle is at cherub.london. And our website is cherub-london.com. And yeah, you can get all the products on there. Yeah, and that's it. Phone number? Phone number, my UK number, I'm on WhatsApp, so it's 07947898629. So that would be +44 7947 898 Thank you. And I know that she didn't mention that she has a branch here, but the cool thing is that she says she comes to Ghana every single 3 months, right? Yes, so, and the products come along with her, so you don't need to worry at all. You can call the number that she mentioned and get, you know, in touch with her if you are interested in any of these products. I believe that it will greatly help those of you who are experiencing hair loss. I'll definitely get mine. Anyways, awesome. Rachel, thank you so much for being here. My guest for Women in Business has been Rachel E.D. Say, brand president, founder and owner, Cherub London Clinics and Products. And today I know you've learned a lot when it comes to hair loss. Make sure you are doing the right thing, okay? Steam your hair every 2 weeks. You know, just treat your hair. Treat your hair, right?